Namaskaram. Today, let's explore another spiritual story from ancient India. I was told the story in my childhood um, by, I think, my mother when I was asking her what is Maya. So, one day, Narada Muni, who is one of the great sages of Sanatana philosophy, was walking with Sri Krishna, who is considered as Bhagwan. So Narad Muni asked Krishna, what is Maya? So Krishna said, I'll tell you, just walk along with me. He was walking, they were walking for an hour, and soon they exited the town, and they suddenly they walked into a desert, and they were surrounded by sand everywhere, and they were just discussing something or the other, and suddenly Krishna asked Narad Muni, hey Narada, I am feeling thirsty, why don't you get some water for me? Okay, so Narada said, okay, let me go find some water, and he started walking in the desert. He was walking, couldn't find a single drop, and after some time, in some distance, there seemed to be a well in some distance. So he wanted to explore, and then he walked close to the well. Then next to the well, there was a young girl taking water out of the well and pouring it into a pot, and she was really beautiful. Narad Muni, at the very first sight of that girl, fell in love. Okay, he decided to follow that girl. Okay, he had totally forgotten that Krishna had asked for water, but so he decided to follow that girl. And slowly, that girl walked into a nearby village, and he went home. Okay, there the girl's father was waiting for her, and he saw this Muni walking behind her girl, and he asked her, what happened, why are you following her? So Narad Muni said, your daughter is very beautiful, I have instantly fallen in love. Okay, the girl's father looked at Narad Muni and he felt, oh, what a well-educated, wise man. Okay, so the girl's father said, okay, you can marry my daughter. I'll marry you to my daughter. And in order for you to start your life, I will give you some land as dowry. Okay, and he was given dowry, and then he started farming. Narad Muni started farming with his wife, newly started married life with this girl. And after some time, he had kids. Okay, and Narad Muni was such a devout parent. He loved his kids so closely. They were playing together. One day, there was heavy rains, and there were floods, and the whole village washed away. The floods took away his wife and children. Everybody was washed away. Just Narad Muni was swept to one bank, and he was crying profusely. Continuously he was crying. Oh, I've lost my life, I've lost my children, I lost my wife. I don't know what to do. My land is gone. My all that I worked for is gone. What's the purpose of life anymore? He was crying profusely. Suddenly, he heard a faint voice in the background, and it turned out to be the voice of Bhagwan Krishna. He was saying, Narada, I had asked you to get me some water. Do you remember? Suddenly, he turned and saw Krishna was standing right behind him, and they were in the same place in the desert. And then Krishna said, you asked me what is Maya. Well, this is Maya. Well, we have to approach the story with some caution. This does not mean that Krishna says all of life, all the wife and children which Narada Muni had is Maya. No. It essentially means that the role which Narada Muni took as the husband, that role in life, the impermanence of that role is what is Maya. You are thinking you are that role, but you are not. That is just another role. And the role, if it has a beginning, it will have an end. Mostly things you won't have any control over it. You just need to play your role and come out without being entangled in it. This is essentially what is Maya. It is more than illusion. It is the impermanence of who we think we are. If you look back, if you are of a particular age, you would realize that there are several roles which you have played already in your life. You might not have been the same maybe 12 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I was not the same. The person I was 12 years ago is totally different from the person I am today. It's like multiple births happening within the same physical body. Okay, each role changes. Just as your role changes in the office, just as your role changes in a play, just as a role in a play is impermanent and not really real, so is the role in the office, so is your job, so is your relationships. Everything is impermanent. Don't take it too seriously. Just play your role, play it consciously, and one day it will come to its conclusion. You can move on to the next role without any grief or sorrow or joy. In an equanimous manner, we can move across roles in life. Thank you.